Let's start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Alan World Webinars. I'm Sabrina. It's my pleasure to be your host today. Today, we'll dive into a truly inspiring journey of language, culture, and personal growth. We will share with you our students' journey through 7 years of Arabic learning in Egypt, a country known not only for its rich history and vibrant culture, but also for being one of the most immersive and rewarding places to study Arabic. In this webinar, we will explore how Khurshed navigated the world of Arabic from his first steps in modern standard Arabic to mastering the Egyptian dialect, connecting with locals and using the language in real-life conversations. He will share with you what it was like to study in Egypt, the challenges he faced, the memories he made, and the unforgettable experience he went through. During the webinar, if you have any question, you can write it in the Q&A section. We will take pauses every 15 minutes and answer all of your questions together. But before we start our topic, I would like to ask you a question. You will see the question now appears on your screen. The question is, why are you interested in learning languages? Kindly choose your answer. Is it to connect with people from different cultures, or for career or academic opportunities, or to support your university studies or academic programs, or to travel and experience other countries? And if you have other reason, you can share it with us in the comments. Okay, we have 50% to connect with people from different cultures and 50% to support my university studies. Thank you for sharing your reasons with us. And now, finally, let me introduce our guest speaker today, Muhammad Khurshed. Muhammad originally from Bangladesh and now lives in Canada. He has a master's degree in criminology and has worked in different fields like hospitality, customer service, and law. Khurshed loves learning languages and traveling. He has visited many places across Asia, Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and North Africa. Most recently, he started learning Arabic and spent time studying it in Egypt. His passion for language and culture makes his history truly inspiring. So, everyone, please join me in welcoming Khurshed. Hello, Khurshed. We are so happy to have you with us today.
Hi, thank you very much, Sabrina. Sabrina, are you able to see my presentation and hear me as well?
Yeah,
So I'll start my
yeah,
presentation
exactly.
and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So a brief history about me. My name is Khurshed. Hello, everybody, and it is a pleasure to meet you guys and speak before you. I'm really honored. A bit of words about me. I was born and brought up in Bangladesh. All my childhood and up to my 30s, I almost lived most of my life there. And then at some point, I moved to Canada and established there myself permanently. I go back and forth in Bangladesh, but mostly I spend my time in Canada. I have done many things in life, but currently I practice law. So those are a few words about me. I have learned a few other languages as well. At some point when I started practicing law, I encountered a few of the Arabian speakers, specifically the Syrians. And there are Arabian speakers are numerous in Canada. And at some point, I felt like that if I knew Arabic, that might help me in dealing with my clients and providing them better service. So that really kicked my interest to learn Arabic. It's not essential, but I felt like that the communication would really help. And the other thing was that whenever I was dealing with my clients, there were always translators that was needed because most of them don't communicate well in English. And sometimes they want to discuss in private their secret stuff, and they don't want to disclose it to anybody but myself. So that was another motivation, and that's what got me here. Travel is a tertiary reason. It was not the primary reason, but I felt like that if I traveled in future, that might help. Um, with that, a few words about the language learning benefits as well. Because as I learned a language, I felt that it has improved my communication skill. It also has stimulated my brain. Most importantly, there are a lot of studies that says that learning language is like an exercise. The way you exercise your body to stay fit, the same way your brain needs exercise. If you watch a movie, your brain is not exercised. Those are really idle stuff you are doing for pleasure. It does not really do much to your brain. For an example, if you play domino, perhaps your brain is not exercised. But if you play chess, perhaps your brain is exercised well because your brain is thinking. So you have to make your brain work, and this is the simpler way, a very simple way to exercise your brain. Actually, a lot of our brain cells are not utilized. Most of our brain cells are not utilized in an ordinary day. But if we learn language, that really stimulates our brain because it causes it to think and reflect and then go on. Other than that, there are a lot of studies that says that it prevents Alzheimer and dementia. With the advanced age, when people advance in age, they tend to forget, and brain keeps it keeps your brain sharp. As personally as I have started learning Arabic, I have really exercised my brain. I have found that those statements or scientific researches are true. I can now understand better, even which I was not seeing in a normal conversation. I can now guess and see those things, those cues, and because my brain is more active now, it is more alert. It can see patterns. And the cultural exchange is definitely a beneficial thing because it has enriched me immensely. I can deal with people now more easily and more comfortably. So these are the points that I have been discussing, and they're pretty self-explanatory. And actually, the third point I would highlight that it can improve your problem-solving skill as well. There is actually a UN study that shows that if you learn something, it not only benefits you in that area, that field, but it can have a benefit, side benefit to other areas. For example, if you're studying literature in the university, you might think that literature is not a useful thing, but that might help you in another area, let's say mathematics. This is because your brain is enriched, and with that capacity, enhanced capacity, you can apply and be successful in the other areas as well. I personally, when I was thinking about learning language, I did my own research and I started learning on my own. I bought some books. After a few months, I felt like that I'm going nowhere. I mean, by myself, I realized that by myself, I would not be able to do by myself. So I started searching in the internet, and I ended up finding out Ahlan. And for Ahlan, when I came, I found that they have really unique features that many other places may not have. Like they have both private and group classes. Some people like group classes, some people like private classes. Um, it is a unique and nice combination. You can mix and match, and you can learn on your own style. So Ahlan gives you that privilege. And the other thing is that I didn't want to get a work visa or study visa and all those things because those might be complicated. Instead, this is a private school and I didn't have to worry about all those things. Also, at Ahlan, I realized and I found out that they have lots of activities beside your classes. Normally, many institutes do not provide them, but at Ahlan, you get them for free. For example, there might be a cinema club where you will watch a movie with an experienced, skilled teacher, and then he or she will explain it to you. So it's like a booster to your learning language. For me personally, I wanted to come to Egypt for at least past 20 years. So that was another reason that I chose. And certainly cost was, I think, the most important driver, because I could go another country like Jordan or Dubai, but it would be tens of thousands of dollars, and at least 5, 10 times more than what is available in Egypt. And you pretty much learn the same thing. So I decided for that reason to come to Egypt and come to Ahlan. Sabrina?
Okay, now I have another question for you guys. I want to know your opinion. What is the biggest benefit of learning a new language? As Khurshed was explaining, that learning languages improves our memory and train our brain. So I want to know also your opinion in that. Okay, we have 50% better communication and cultural exchange, and the other 50% boosts memory and brain function. Thank you. Now, if you have any question in the previous part, you can write it now to us in the Q&A, so we can discuss it together. Any questions? Okay, we'll have another pause after a little bit, so we can continue now our presentation. And if there is any question, you can write it and we'll answer it in the next poll. Thank you.
Okay. So this is how I personally progress. This is just one man's progress. It might be different from people to people. So as I came, I'd say that within 6 weeks, I could have basic conversations. And then after 3 years, I was nearly fluent in modern standard Arabic. By the way, there are two Arabics. I should warn people or give that information right away. There is something called modern standard Arabic, and there is another thing which is Egyptian colloquial Arabic. So modern standard Arabic is a modern version that is used across Arabic world in every country, and every country has their own dialect. The Egyptian dialect is called Egyptian colloquial Arabic. Um, so this is an important difference. I personally decided to learn modern standard Arabic because I actually didn't know that there is something called dialect. And honestly speaking, I realized that after 1 month of studying Arabic in Egypt, when I could not understand anything. So I thought, what's happening? Why am I not understanding anything? I have studied for 1 month. And then I started to figure out, and I asked people, and they started saying, "Oh, you're learning modern standard, but we speak the Egyptian colloquial Arabic, the dialect." So these are really hugely diverse, a different language. Some people might say that no, these are same languages. In my personal opinion, they are not same languages. They are different languages. They're absolutely different. They have a lot of similarity actually, but at the same time, they're hugely different. So they're both at the same time. And that's the reason that after my first year, which was basically modern standard Arabic, I started also on the side learning Egyptian colloquial dialect. And you would see that after 3 years, I was fluent in MSA, or nearly fluent, I would say. And then fourth and fifth year, as I started learning Egyptian colloquial, the modern standard Arabic started declining because they're different languages. If I practice on one, I tend to lose the another one. But that's the way it happened, and I knew that that's the way it will go. And after 6 years today, I can say that I'm nearly fluent in dialect and modern standard Arabic. The journey is not over yet, but I'm in a good shape. And this is a percentage-wise my progress. First year it was modern standard, 100%. Second and third year, I reduced a little bit modern standard, 80%, and I took a little bit of Egyptian colloquial. And fourth year, I have done colloquial for 100% because at that time I was very comfortable with the modern standard. And then fifth and sixth year, I continued the colloquial for 80% of the time, and I started recovering my modern standard Arabic that I was losing because of the colloquial. So that's the way I divided up my time. It was not my mind that I'll do it that way when I started, but when I realized that these are two languages, then I decided that it has to be this way. By the way, I have to tell another thing that modern standard Arabic and Egyptian colloquial dialect, they're pretty different. Not only they're different, but their complexity level is also very big. Modern standard Arabic can be extremely challenging because its grammar is very complex and it is very rich. It has a lot of vocabularies, a lot of expressions, a lot of metaphors. There are different departments inside modern standard Arabic. And there are media modern standard Arabic, there are poetry modern standard Arabic, there are religious text modern standard Arabic. Conversely, Egyptian colloquial Arabic is pretty simple. I would say that modern standard Arabic complexity, if it is 10, then Egyptian colloquial would be pretty much 1. It is a very, very simplified version of the modern standard Arabic. And this is one difference that one must keep in mind. Also, Ahlan provides the group and individual classes. You can see my group classmates there with my photo on the right. I'm on the far right. I'm very proud of being in that group. The way I did it is first 2 years I did a lot of group classes, but that was also reasonable because in the initial years there are a lot of students as well at Ahlan. So you want to take group classes. Personally, I prefer group classes because I can measure myself where I am at, and I feel like that I'm in a competitive environment. Also, group classes are a lot cheaper than the individual classes at Ahlan. So I didn't want to waste my money. I mean, it fit very well with me. And then second and third year, there was Corona, so I could not come. You can remember those days. And that's why but I didn't stop learning. I continued the online classes so that I don't forget what I learned. And then fourth year, I was busy doing something else, so I didn't have much classes. And fifth and sixth year, well, I realized that I really, really have to come to Egypt to finish off learning Arabic. So I decided to move to Egypt, and right now I'm located in Egypt. I'm still studying. I'm not studying with Ahlan anymore, but last year, almost 10 months I have studied with Ahlan, and this year I have studied 6 months. These are some other things that Ahlan offers. There are tours, a lot of tours, and there are group tours, and there are also individualized tours. Sometimes students come and say that I want to see that place or this place. And Ahlan has dedicated people who can take you around. And the atmosphere is very friendly. I would say you would not feel like that a teacher is bossing you around. The teachers are very friendly, and they will meet your need, and you can frankly discuss with them whatever you want to study. Sometimes you can also ask them what they should teach you. My first year or second year, I didn't demand anything because I didn't know much. But as I progressed, I knew that where I'm deficient, where I need some more help. So I told them that I want to study this, and they taught me what I wanted to study. So that is another very beneficial thing. And the extracurricular stuff that I said, that there are a lot of things that Ahlan does. Sometimes you can get a cooking class as well. And there are a lot of classes that I attended. There are fresh lunch at Cairo that is being served, and people meet and get together. So you can get to know many cultures around the world. People come from Asia, Africa. I have Taiwanian friends, Chinese, French, Japanese, Italian, German, American. Americans are very common. Yeah, always they're there. So that's another thing that I like. The photo here, which you are seeing on the screen, that one is actually a calligraphy course, which is beside the regular activity, and I participated in the very first one. and it was not bad. I did at the end. I didn't like it much, but still, it is something where I learned some more Arabic. And there are dedicated study area. If you want to have some study, don't want to go back home. Maybe you have a class 1 or 2 hours later. You can also use that at Ahlan. As for the teachers, all of them are native Arabic speakers. They're very skilled teachers. They have all studied in Egypt, and they have graduated from college or university. As I said, they're friendly, and they are very attentive to the students' needs. There are also the IT materials, so technologically the classes are very sound. And most importantly, that study materials that the Ahlan provides, those are free of charges. There's nothing that you have to pay extra. So that is another benefit. Questions?
Okay. Now I want to ask you a small question before see your questions. So, have you ever experienced successful progress in learning a second language before? If you have any experience, you can share it with us. Okay, we have 50%. No, wait, still people are answering. Okay, we have 33% some progress, but I struggle to continue. Also, we have 25, yes, I reached the good level. Okay, we have 20%, not yet. This is my first serious. Okay, so Khurshid, you can give our
What
attendees some advice
I had
because
another actually I had a question. Was there anyone that was learning Arabic?
what?
Is there any attendees that attempted learning Arabic before? Is there a way that we can know
Okay,
that?
can you please answer? Yana are raising their hands. You can write your comment in the Q&A, Yana. Okay, until the people answer, I was telling you that some of
Okay.
our attendees are their answer was some progress, but I struggled to be consistent in learning language. So
Perfect.
if you can give them advice to continue their learning
Yes, I
or
will
to
discuss about
motivate
that.
themselves. Mm,
Let's see, I can see another question. Um, okay, so the
okay.
question is, yeah, you can read the question.
Yeah, Yana was asking how many hours of learning modern Arabic in class do you need to get B1 level?
Okay, so here I can't tell. This is not a definitive answer. There is no definitive answer for that because everybody learns in a different pace. Everybody's intellect level is different, and the way of life is different. Somebody might be busy with working and can spare only 1 hour. It depends on the effort that one puts up. Uh, for me, I've said that it took approximately 1 year of intense studies, about 3 to 4 hours every day. Every day means every day. There might not be have been a pause for even one day. Maybe a weekend every month or every 2 weeks, but that's it. I have studied every day for 3 to 4 hours, and that took me about 1 year to get to about B1 level. And I will talk about that a little more when I discuss this slide. So MSA and ECA, in the way I have said, I will repeat that again. The modern standard Arabic is an extremely complex language or extremely difficult language. I should not say complex language, but um, And the Egyptian colloquial and the modern standard Arabic difference is that people on the street speaks Egyptian colloquial Arabic. No one speaks modern standard Arabic. No one. You'd be very lucky. Um, yeah, you'd be very lucky if you can find one speaker that speaks the modern standard Arabic. Even if they know modern standard Arabic, the Egyptian colloquial Arabic is the spoken form of the Arabic. If someone starts speaking modern standard, he would feel like artificial. So this is one big difference. If you are more focused on being useful on the street, and that would be your choice, Egyptian colloquial. But at the same time, the modern standard Arabic is also a very useful language. And that is simply because modern standard Arabic is a big part of the Arabic language. And in the UN, in the universities, if you're studying university programs, that would be in modern standard Arabic. If you watch international Arabic news channels, that would be modern standard Arabic. If you are joining a journalist, that would be modern standard Arabic. If you are writing a diplomatic letters, or if you're communicating, corresponding with someone, that would be modern standard Arabic. So I just wanted to highlight the difference. Um, and the other thing is that there are many dialects, but the Egyptian dialect is the most popular dialect. Most of the Arabic world understand the Egyptian dialect. So that is the benefit of the Egyptian dialect. I feel like most people learn the Egyptian dialect if they're going for a dialect. So as I said, the bad news, there is one bad news, but there are two good newses. The bad news is that Arabic is very difficult. And it has, I tend to say, I heard it from another Arabic speaker who studies a lot and who is very educated. He said that there are three types of languages in this world. One is the difficulty level wise, level simple, medium, intermediate level difficulty, and extreme level of difficulty. So the low level difficulty is by the way, all languages are difficult. Any second language, don't get me wrong, any second language is difficult. I had very difficult time when I learned English. But the low level difficulty languages are Latin languages like English, Spanish, Italian, those are the ones. And they say that it needs about 1,000 hours of study to master them. I mean, not to be very, very fluent like native speakers, but you can have a handle on them 1,000 hours. The mid-level languages are Russian, Polish, those languages. Those are 1,500 words. And the difficult level languages are like Chinese, Arabic, Japanese. Those needs 2,000 hours and plus. So that is the bad news. But the good news is that many people has learned the Arabic before, and you can too. Actually, anybody can learn that, given the determination, hard work, and effort. Anybody can learn that. And secondly, since it is difficult to learn, so once you have learned, you will find the self-satisfaction. You will be, maybe in your community, you are the only one who knows, and if there is an Arabic people who needs the service, then you will be the one who will be providing the service. So that would be extremely gratifying if you can master that. I see another question: how to choose which type of Arabic to learn? Then, considering in each country the colloquial dialect is different. I think I have answered it partly, that dialects are different in every country, but the Egyptian colloquial Arabic, this dialect is very popular. Almost every country and every people of every country in the Arabic world understands Egyptian dialect. And there is a reason, because the Egyptian culture is very vibrant. Their film industry, the literature, they have great writers and great poets, so, which has influenced throughout the hundreds of years to the other Arabic world. So that's why the Egyptian Arabic, I think it is a dialect that should be chosen. I think I made the right choice, and I can understand almost anybody in the Arabic world. I mean, and again, there is a divide, but I would say by and large, most of the Arabic world will understand Egyptian colloquial. So that is my answer for the dialect. Now, as I see, any learning of any language, specifically the Arabic language, can be compared with sprint and marathon. If someone thinks that they would come to Egypt for 6 months and then after 6 months they will fluently speak Arabic, then I would say that would not happen. In fact, that might not happen for any languages. Because our brain works in a way that things get settled in our brain slowly and gradually. For example, if I have to study 1,000 hours to master a language, and if I decide that, okay, I'll take just 6 months and then I'll study 1,000 hours, every day 12 hours. As opposed to if that 1,000 hours are spread over 3 years, the result would be that the marathon approach 3 years would be better than the 6 months, 1,000 hours, because after 6 months, you feel like you haven't progressed pretty much nothing. You'll make some progress, but not really, depending with your effort, the amount of effort you have provided. That is because it's an everyday effort and our brain slowly gets these things. Slowly it enters into our brain. So it is always like a marathon, and that would be true for any languages. And I can confidently say that because I have learned many languages. So I think it is the way that it should be. But at the same time, if some people have some time, let's say vacation for 1 month, or they can get away from their work for 3 or 4 months, then I would highly recommend them to come to Egypt, because the immersion is the best way to learn. Although you'll not be finishing off your learning, but you'll make great progresses. The progress would be pretty fast. Once you are surrounded by people of that language family and you are speaking and you are interacting with people and you are exercising your brain in an everyday life situation. So and for Arabic, I would say specifically, it is a must that one should come to Egypt or another country. If you're learning Arabic, then at some point you must come so that you can practice and you can develop your language skills. And I give the comparison to my Spanish learning and Arabic learning. I have learned Spanish entirely being in my city. It's a small city in Canada called Regina, Saskatchewan, middle of nowhere. And I have learned there. I have never visited actually in any Spanish countries, but I speak Spanish fluently. But as for Arabic, after 3 years, I felt like I didn't speak much. Now that I'm here, I have improved greatly, and I can interact and I can understand almost everything. So these are some benefits that I have said. The downside is that, as self-explanatory, no income, you are away from family, and interruption of normal lifestyle. But some of them can be minimized due to the internet and all these things. We can have voice chats and all these things. And Egypt is also not far from Europe. Some people say that you can take Wizz Air, which is maybe $70 or $80, 80 euro for return flights. So those interruptions can be minimized as well. Questions?
Okay, Khurshed, speaking of the comparison between modern standard Arabic and Egyptian Arabic, some people don't know that there is a lot of difference between them. So could you please give them some examples of some simple words, yani same word in modern standard Arabic and Egyptian Arabic?
Okay, yes, no, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me that. So a simple example would be, how are you? So in modern standard Arabic, we say, كيف حالك? كيف حالك? Dialect is إزيك. Another thing would be, what do you want? ماذا تريد? This is the modern. The dialect is عايز. ماذا تريد؟ عايز. You can hear from the noise itself, you can see that it is hugely different. It is very different. There is no comparison to it. But at the same time, like I said, there are a lot of similarities. Many words are similar, but you have to put the frame in your brain, and then perhaps you can benefit. So if someone is intelligent enough, if someone intelligence is not a problem, but if you have a lot of time in your hand and a lot of effort and energy, Learn both, have both. That is the best solution. But if you don't have time, then you have to prioritize. You have to decide which way you want to go. If your goal is not to learn, and not an academic purpose or becoming a diplomat in the UN, if you just want a conversational skill, then perhaps the ECA is the best one, because it's very simple too. But if you have time and effort, you can spare effort, go for both, and one will complement the other. This is the other point, that one will complement the other for sure, if you are learning both. So it's a choice to make, but I'll leave it there. Questions?
Okay, first I want to ask you, to ask our attendees if anyone have visited Egypt before, and if yes, please tell us which city you have visited. Great, we have almost most of attendees have visited Egypt before. So tell us, where did you go? Thank you guys for your answers. And please share with us which cities did you visit. And we will be talking about most of cities in Egypt after the polls. And also, if anyone have any questions, please write it.
Okay, so I continue.
Okay, we can continue.
Now, things to do in Egypt. There is actually a ton of things to do in Egypt. People normally know Egypt for its pyramids, but there are thousands and thousands of things to do, and there are thousands of places and millions of things to eat and do in Egypt. Pyramid is the most popular one, so I'll not discuss that much. It's located inside Cairo city right now. It's no more at the periphery. This is considered the first place to visit. That is true. That was the first places that I visited, but there are many, many other places to see. The other place that I recommend is the Luxor. This is a city, Luxor Temple, and it is about 6 to 8 hours from Cairo. It is regarded, some people say that 30% of the entire world's antiquity is located in Luxor. There are so many things to see and so much things to do. And then for the summer escapers who want sea beach and those vibe, Dahab is another Red Sea resort, which I prefer. I went to a few other resorts as well, but this is my best because it is a very local environment. Like, it is authentic Egyptian scene, but at the same time, it is a very free place. And the most importantly, the diving in the coral reefs. You can see the sea world. Like, there is, when I put my eyes with my snorkeling glasses under the water, another world opened up. There are so many varieties of fishes with so many thousands of colors, and the coral reefs with different colors. It is the first time that I did that, and I'm very glad that I did that. I actually went back as well, and if I had opportunity, I would go back one time and time again there. So, and you would find many other places, like this is an oasis in the desert, and a lot of people go there too. And there are lots of desert activities, like you ride and you can drive by 4x4 jeep, big jeep truck in the desert, and it can be very fun. And it is around, and there are many other activities that you can do there as well. So I would say that my two best places are Luxor city with its ancient ruins, and then the Dahab is another place which I go to get away from the busy, bustling life. A few words about life in Egypt. It is really very cheap, low prices, but the foods are very fresh. Everything is delivered. I think they're picked from the plantations and come directly to the market. So you get them. If you don't want to cook, you don't have to cook. In Cairo, you can pretty much buy every day different meals, and it is very cheap. Maybe $1 or $2 would be sufficient. If you want to go to a classy restaurant, maybe $5 to $8. And there are delivery service everywhere, every corners of Egypt, especially Cairo. The rents are very affordable as well, and there are millions of hotel room spaces. If you want to come for 1 or 2 weeks, just browse and you will see. And um, and it is very safe as a city, I should say. Um, and there is no doubt about that. Few of the dishes that I focus, but there are many tons of other stuff going on as well. Kosher is the first thing that I fell in love with when I came first time, and I did not forget that after 6 years even. Whenever I get a chance, I go and get kosher. It is made of pasta and then lentils and tomato sauces, spicy, some spices. It is a very popular Egyptian food diet. And then mahshi is a stuffed vegetable. Oh, yummy! Very delicious. I can eat it every day. And this Egypt is a fish world, and you can get grilled fish and smoky fish, and there are many different types of fishes and many different varieties of cooking styles. Alexandria is popular for fish as well. Cairo, you can pretty much get fish anywhere. And I think I could survive on fish only in Egypt without having to bother about getting bored about eating fishes. I love them. This is another typical molokhia is a typical Egyptian food that they eat. It's a soup. And then there are tons of varieties of desserts. All the Eastern style desserts are available. The right one is kunafa. It's called kunafa, and the left one is basbousa. These are the two most popular ones that I eat. And then there are rice puddings and many different types. This is another thing that I like, that Egypt is, at one time, Egypt used to be open for 24 hours a day. It has reduced a little bit these days, but still, where I live, I have coffee shops. At least there are 5 coffee shops which are open 24 hours a day. So at night, if at 3 a.m. I'm not able to sleep, if I want to go get out and have a coffee or a drink, I can. And these coffee shops provides a lot of fresh juices, hot and cold drinks, and then you can smoke shisha, which is very popular too to the Egyptians. I don't smoke shisha, but I go to treat myself with summer and winter drinks. The transportation system in Cairo is superb. I would say the metro of Cairo, I think it is one of the newest metro in the world. So it is very clean and very well managed. Every 2-3 minutes, the metro comes. And it is open about 21 hours a day. 1 p.m. it stops, or 1 a.m. in the morning, and about 5 a.m. it starts. So about 20 hours it is functional. And it is very cheap. The lowest ticket price is 8 Egyptian pound, which is like 20 cents. Which in United States, you might be paying about $3. Here you pay 20 cents. So it's like 3,000 times cheaper. But the service is equally good, if not better. And beside the metro, there are many other ground transportations, and some transportations are available like 22 hours a day. So there, and then Uber service and many other apps are also available. So these were the things that I was talking about. This is a photo where someone is serving you with tea, and you can pretty much tea, coffee, and board games, those things. You can also play board games in the coffee shops if you have a partner. So that is another popular thing that Egyptians do. And I like, this is the best thing that I like, that the city is alive almost all the time. If I get bored at home, I just go out, walk, and I talk to people. The other thing is that the government of Egypt has made the visa requirements very simplified. The first time when I came was 2018. They would not even extend the visa. It's 30 days and you go home if you have no other choice. The second year was also like that. But now If you enter, you get an entry visa. You can come in the airport. Most countries get the visa on arrival, so you even don't have to bother about getting a visa from your country. And then once you are in, you can get 6 months and another 6 months extension to 1 year, 1 year of temporary residence, temporary tourist permit. So you don't have to go out for 1 year. So this is a cool thing. If you have time, you can come, and things are very simple. You pay some money, but that it exists now, which is a great feature. Now, this is one of the final things that I'll talk about. A few of the tips. This is my personal, from my personal experience, but again, don't take them as the guide, set on stone. I see that any language is a vocabulary problem. It's not a grammar problem per se. So build the vocabulary as fast as you can. How to say road, street, coffee, airplane, house, gatekeeper, security, books, any words. As faster you know the words, the better you are at the language. And grammar is secondary, but at the same time you need to learn grammar, but focus should be on the vocabulary. Grammar normally, whatever the teachers teaches, those are more than sufficient. If you focus on them and practice on them, that is sufficient. But vocabulary, the teachers would never be able to teach you. That is your own responsibility to learn. And the challenge in the brain is the other thing. Anything you learn, that's what I do. I go to the street, I ask whatever comes to my brain, the way that I have to ask, I ask. And then people corrects me. They say that, no, it's not like that. You have to say like this. And this is the natural reaction of the native speakers. Any native speakers would do that. So I benefit from that. And then I never forget. Change methods if old method is not working. So let's if you're following some strategy and that is not working, then change it. If you're studying in the morning and it's not helping you, then study in the evening. If you're studying one book that is not helping, study another book. If you're not understanding anything, maybe listen to a radio station. So it's nothing wrong with us or you. It's maybe that the method is not correct. So don't lose hope, but try to work around the problem. Partnering up to compete is another thing, and the cheat sheet is a great way. Cheat sheet means you write it in a small notebook, but you so I put it this way. I put in one side the Arabic word and the another side the meaning, and I don't see the meaning. I hide the meaning, and then I try to guess the meaning. And then you can put those words with photos in your house. Let's say when you were cooking, so in your cooking area, you can put 100 words that you have learned, that you're still learning. So you're cooking, but at the same time, you are using your time as well. Even looking will help because our eyes need to also memorize the language. Our brain not only needs to memorize, our eyes needs to memorize, and our mouth needs to utter them. So that's the way that I do. And then some people find photo also helpful. So you might even put photo beside the words. So those were the things, I think.
Yeah. Okay, Yana was sharing with us that she visited Cairo, Hurghada, Sharm Sheikh, and Luxor. So thank you for sharing your experience with us. And you have to visit also Siwa and Dahab, and for sure Alexandria, because I'm from Alexandria. So I'll be waiting for you. Now the last question for you guys. If you have been to Egypt, I see that most of you have visited Egypt. Let us know your favorite place in Egypt. And if not, what would you love to see or experience there? Okay. Okay, we have most of answers goes to Alexandria. So I will meet you all here, inshallah. Thank you. Hope you come all soon, inshallah. Okay, now if you have any question, this is our last pause. So if you have any question want to ask to Khurshid, kindly write it in the Q&A. And in the meanwhile, I want to ask you, Khurshid, to share with us if you have a special memory of cultural moments you always remember when you came to Egypt. Share your experience with us, or any moments you remember.
Yes, the first time that I came, I still remember walking from the dormitory. I used to live in the school dormitory, and the school was
Yeah,
about 40 minutes away. And that was the fun part of my day because every morning I would walk. Or in the morning time, even if I took the transportation, in the evening time when I'm coming back, I would always walk. So it was 40 minutes of Egyptian scene that would unfold in front of my
yeah,
eyes, and it was so fun. I see all kinds of things that people enjoying the life, the cultural aspect. So it was very relaxing and refreshing. And once I would come back home, I would be very happy. So that is one thing that I remember. Even I made some friends on the way, and whenever I would come back, I would stop by them and buy stuff. So it's unlike the Western world. There are lots of small vendors, people selling coffee, selling tea, selling fruits and vegetables. All of them are small shops, and they're very friendly. And if they're not busy, they would befriend you, talk to you. So I used it in a dual purpose, made friends and learned culture, but at the same time I also improved my communication skill through that. So yeah, even attempting to buy and negotiate, because remember, in Egypt everything is negotiable. If they say that it's 50
yeah,
Egyptian,
exactly. Yeah.
I can say it is 20 Egyptian pound. And that was really fun because I mean I'm not used to it, but still I mean it was fun part, and I deliberately would do that and negotiate, and that's a different chemistry. So every bit helps.
Yeah, this is the best thing in our Egyptian culture. These people like to negotiate and speak and make friends. And for sure that the city is alive 24 hours, so it's not common in the Western world. So it's unique in Egypt.
That's right.
Okay, and have another question for you to share also with people. How do you stay motivated during your journey of learning Arabic?
Okay. So I would say that as long as you are making progress, you will be motivated. So as long as I was making progress, I knew that one day I will be able to make it. I didn't know when, because initially when I started, I thought with my other experiences, I had learned few languages. So I thought that it would be maybe about 2 years. But
Yeah.
Arabic is not a cakewalk. It will take time.
Yeah.
So it's been already 6 years, and I'm looking at few more years, maybe 1 or 2 more years. So I would say that, but I didn't lose hope. Why? Because my comprehension level was going up. Every year I was improving. So first year I understood about 10%, but after 6 years now I understand about 80%. It happened like that, 10% and then 20% and then 40%. And there came a point when I said, wow, now I understand. Before that day, I didn't understand much of anything. And after that day, suddenly I started understanding everything, or after that month. So I would say that I kept going because I knew that if I give a pause, then I'll forget and then I'll lose interest. So since I was progressing, so I saw the hope, and this hope kept me working on learning. And like I said, now I'm in a very comfortable level with regards to dialect for sure, and with regards to the modern standard Arabic as well. Modern standard Arabic is again coming back, and everything will, inshallah, everything will fall into place within a year.
Thank you, Khurshid. And we are all proud of you and of your progress. So you are really inspiring for us. So everyone, before ending our webinar, if you have any comments or any question, Please write it because we are almost done. Thank you for joining us all. Okay, no questions. Okay, thank you all. Thank you very, very much, Khurshed, for sharing your experience with us today. It was really inspiring. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for attending us today. After the webinar, you will be directed to a feedback form. So please share with us your experience and your feedback. And also, the record of the webinar will be available again on the website and YouTube soon. So stay tuned and you can share it with your friends also. I was so happy being with you today, and for sure, we'll meet again soon in the upcoming online activities. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Khurshid.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. Hope to see you again. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.